ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome my Hadith disciples, YouTubers and viewers upon the Sunnah and F.M.F to another exclusive episode of F.M.F 5 Minutes of Faida. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillahi amma ba'd. We previously promised you to mention 10 points just from the Quran al-Kareem that establish, that affirm, and solidify the virtue of knowledge and the excellence of knowledge and the beauty of knowledge, learning it, studying it, teaching it, spreading it, and most importantly, practicing your knowledge. We mentioned that from the Quranic stories which establish this reality is the story of Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam and the story of Dawood alayhi salam. We mentioned how Allah says, indeed, وَلَقَدْ أَتَيْنَا دَاوُودَ وَسُلَيْمَانَ عِلْمًا. We gave David and Solomon knowledge, and they said, all praises for Allah, الَّذِي فَضَّلَنَا عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّنْ عِبَادِهِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, who has given us preference and virtue over many of his believing servants. So that's the first point from the story that shows us the superiority and the excellence of knowledge, and that is David and Solomon realized that they were preferred, they were chosen, they were selected not for no other reason except for ilm that Allah had endowed them with. The next point from that story, which you could say is point 3 or it's a part of the second point, is the fact that Allah He talks about Suleiman and that the army of Suleiman was composed of many diverse things and categories. There were the jinn, there were the humans, there were the birds, etc. And Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, وَعُلِّمْنَا مَنْطِقَ الطَّيْرِ وَأُوتِينَا مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْفَضْلُ الْمُبِينُ. Suleiman, he said regarding this, he says, Allah says, وَحُشِرَ لِسُلَيْمَانَ جُنُودُهُ مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ وَالطَّيْرِ فَهُمْ يُوزَعُونَ. Is that Solomon was given a great army, and he declared, we have been taught عُلِّمْنَا مَنْطِقَ الطَّيْرِ, the language of birds. We can understand what birds said, birds can speak to us, we can communicate with each other. وَأُوتِينَا مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ, and we have been blessed and given of all things. إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْفَضْلُ الْمُبِينُ. This is plain bounty, clear bounty, manifest virtue of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam, the beginning of the story, the end of the story, it all talks about knowledge and the superiority of knowledge and information and science and facts that the other humans and the other things, the other people, they were not given. And then we look at Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam and the hopo, the hudhud. Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam says, where is the hudhud? مَالِيَ لَا أَرَى الْهُدْهُدْ. Where is it at? كَانَ مِنَ الْغَائِبِينَ, or is it missing? And he swore and he made a promise to slaughter it, to punish it. أَوْ لِيَأْتِيَنِّي بِسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ. Or the hudhud, that hopo, it will bring me a plain, clear excuse and reason why it is not in my presence, why it is missing. And it was used, or the word was used, sultan, authority, hujjah. And what did the hopo say? Was the excuse of the hopo of that bird? He says, وَجِئْتُكَ مِنْ سَبْءٍ بِنَبَإٍ يَقِينٍ. He says, I have brought you news which is 101% sound from Seba, queen of Sheba. So Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam was taught the names of the birds. He looked for where the hopo was, and the hopo came back to him, and the first excuse that the hopo made was ilm, was naba, was yaqeen, was certainty, and that is nothing more than knowledge and information. So what happened when the hopo came to Suleiman? The hopo told Suleiman of a woman, a powerful woman, a strong woman that was given a tremendous dominion. وَلَهَا عَرْشٌ عَظِيمٌ. And she had a grand throne. وَجَدْتُهَا وَقَوْمَهَا يَسْجُدُونَ لِلشَّمْسِ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. They were mushriks, and they were worshipping the sun and devoted themselves to the sun besides worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what did Suleiman alayhi salatu wasalam say? What was his challenge to the jinn, to the soldiers and the people in his army? He says, which one of you, يَأْتِينِ بِعَرْشِهَا قَبْلَ أَنْ يَأْتُونِي مُسْلِمِينَ? Who can bring me her throne before they submit and before they're subjugated as Muslims? Who will bring me her prized possession? We know that one of the people, one of his the members of his army, it said what? I'll come in قَبْلَ أَنْ تُقُومَ مِنْ مَقَامِكَ. He says, I'll bring you the throne before you have the chance to stand up. وَإِنِّي عَلَيْهِ لَقَوِيٌّ أَمِينٌ. قال الذي عنده علم من الكتاب أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرفك. And another said, was it a human? Was it a jinn? Was his name Asif? The ulama, they differ on that. Who can bring it faster than me before the eye can blink?